Hello everyone! In this video we're gonna build a dining table with resin, of course. We're gonna use these two giant oak slabs. And we're gonna create a lake in the middle. So let's get started. I bought this lumber surface, but it was standing in the workshop for maybe a year, maybe a couple of years. So it developed a slight curve. So I've discussed this issue with my colleague, and his suggestion was to make a relief cuts from the underside and fill it with epoxy. So let's try that first. So the slabs are cut to the rough dimension, the tension is released, and the next step is to seal the cracks to prevent the epoxies to seeping through, and fixing the flat surface and pouring the resin. So I found this aluminum tape worked best for sealing the cracks. It's rather expensive, like 8 euros for this roll, but you know, there's nothing worse than the leakage when you start pouring. Here, and the epoxy is rock solid. It's time to take it out of the clamps and see. Well, it's flat within a couple of millimeters. So next step, I guess, will be to clean this side, to remove this rotten part. So the slabs are roughly sanded. All the rotten loose parts are removed. And the next step is to put some dominoes and glue this together. So, as you can see, I already took it out of the clamps. The seam is looking perfect. I will sand it a little bit and then I will go ahead and prepare the mold for the resin lake. So here I prepared flat and level surface for the table to work. Next I'm gonna cover it with the packing tape so the resin wouldn't stick to the surface. And I will cover this piece to close the end of the table. So the surfaces are ready. Next step is to prepare the underside of the slab for the silicone seam. I will glue this aluminum tape around the perimeter and put a silicone bead on this so the silicone wouldn't be able to penetrate into the wood. I've estimated that I will need about 46 liters of total resin mixture. I'm planning to give a slight tint for the resin. And the problem with that is that since I'm going to do it in 3 pours, I have to dye the whole resin beforehand and then take a resin, put the hardener in, mix the needed amount and pour the layers. So now I'm gonna dye my resin into this bucket. So like I mentioned before, I'm gonna make 3 separate pours, and the first pour will be very thin, very shallow one, just to seal the bottom and to seal the wood edge. So since it's gonna be very shallow, so I'm gonna use another hardener. There's a rapid one and this is an extended one. So now I'm going to go with the rapid one, just to save some time. 12 hours have passed and the resin reached its B stage, which basically means that it's not fully cured, but it's soft enough so you can press it with your nail and leave a dent. So that's the perfect timing to do the second pour. So we will get not only mechanical bonding but chemical bonding as well. As you can see, I have another bucket of epoxy prepared, so that means 2 days have passed and the second layer has already reached its B stage. So
let's make our last one.
Couple more days have passed and the resin is almost cured. It's hard enough so I can take it out of the mold. But the autumn have arrived in our country and it's on 13 degrees Celsius in the workshop and the curing process is really slow. What I'm planning to do is to take it out and bring it to the warm place. So it's warm and cozy in here. I will let it stay in my place for at least a couple of days. That's it for now. Thank you.